Okay. Back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, I was a hairdresser. And when I stopped being a hairdresser, and I would see all of my old clients around, that they would kind of like watch my eyes look at their hair, like I was deciding, how's it going? And I actually wasn't. I was actually just happy to see them. And I'm just taking them all in, taking them all in. As a hairdresser, you get to take them all in. I get to look at all of you. I get to run my fingers through your hair. It was great. I loved being a hairdresser. And I had told myself I would be a hairdresser until I didn't want to do that. Then I went into finance, and I loved doing finance. And then I learned business, and then I learned these other things, right? When you see someone who's good at something, it's easy to feel judged. Like, oh, I don't want them knowing all my secrets. And I will tell you, whether it goes back to being the hair police, which was my nickname, that I would call people like, hey, I know you have roots. I will stay late. Because, and I know I have roots. I know all my hairdresser friends are looking at me going, you didn't even brush your hair. No, I did not. I did not. I don't know that I brush my hair anymore. I think that happens. You get a certain age and you just go, I'm going to stop brushing my hair. I'm going to just stop brushing it and rushing it. So what ends up happening for the 12-week year, which is what this is about, that 12-week year is a book. It's an accountability group. And it's an accountability group that I have now hosted for a few years now. So I've done almost 30 rounds of this. And what does it do? I will tell you that the reason that some people don't opt in is because they don't want people scanning them. They don't want people looking at them. They are like, oh my gosh, I should just be doing this process alone and be amazing. And you could just look at the amazing parts of me. Look, amazing people don't become amazing without doing amazing stuff. And the amazing stuff that they have to do is show up. Show up. Give some effort to you, to your dreams, to your goals, to the dumb little things that you're like, this is just a dumb little thing. Look, I have it right here. Okay, Sexy Bitch Kitchen, right? I literally one day found out, because I was doing meal prep, that was my 84-day goal for the 12-week year. 12 weeks is 84 days. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do meal prep. And in fact, I'm actually eating meal prep right here. I am having sambusas with rice. So I did meal prep 1 time, 2 time, 4 time, whatever. And somewhere in there, I figured out, I was wearing a mini skirt. I was trying to impress my husband. And I was just wearing a little mini dress, and I'm like, I'm just so adorable today. I'm just so adorable today. I'm so adorable. So I decided to start cooking. And it was probably 7 in the morning on a Saturday. And I just felt good about myself and what I was doing. And I realized at that day, like that whole week, my food was better. And what I learned about myself, and this is what you get out of the 12-week year, is you learn things about yourself. You learn stuff. And the thing I learned about myself was I cook a lot better when I'm hot. So now we have a menu for what I'm making, and I cross it off as we eat it, that I'm like, hey, this sexy bitch is going to be in the kitchen. What are you feeling like this week? Now, when you know a sexy girl is cooking your food, you are like, I'm going to need some sauce, some pasta, some whatever. You know, you just think differently. But what it gave me is the ability to know, like, what have we eaten all week? What are the things I can plan? What's my grocery list? What's all this? This is the stuff, right? Everyone has to find their way at this time. That the way that I cooked 20 years ago was very different. The way I cooked when I was a full-time executive was I would pick up on the way home. And the way I cook now is somewhere else different too. So every 5 years, the vast majority of our life changes completely. So what the 12-week year does, and why I encourage you to become part of our groups, is because your life is different. You are evolving. You might want to get to know you. And if you spend that time getting to know you, you might find that you're a lot hotter than you gave yourself credit for, that you're a lot smarter than you gave yourself credit for. You might find that you actually are good at something that you didn't think you were good at. You might find that you didn't need that thing, that there were many things that I was like, oh yeah, capsule wardrobe? No, doesn't work for me because I'm not dedicated enough to the capsule. I am more dedicated to how I feel that day. So like that wasn't working for me. Will I go back and maybe try it again? Maybe. But the fact is that I'm not in. I'm not in on it. I'm not in on the should. And that's where everyone gets their goals wrong. Is I should be doing this. I should have this much in the bank. I should have this much. No, that's not how it works. So if you want to keep promises to yourself, if you want to have a wonderful time, I'm not going to stare at your hair. I'm not going to stare at like, are you really good? Like no one's checking what you're writing on your piece of paper. You get to do that. What I also learned out of that is exactly like this, that I can't do more than 12 things in a day. That I'm like, okay. And sometimes I only get to 5. So, but my whole life, what I did learn is that my life is going to be on this size in a day. That's it. I don't need anything more to do in a day than fits on this. My maximum in a day is 12. So there it is. I hope you come join us, and I'll see you soon.